our parental leave. It's been how many days? Weeks? Almost 2 weeks since I gave birth to this little one.
10 days.
11 days actually. 11 days to be exact. So we finally got around to film this video. Postpartum is really bad, so. Alright, so this video is basically my birth story. Since, if you guys...
His birth story.
Oh, his birth story. Since...
God.
Oh,
Hey!
So if you haven't watched the labor and delivery birth vlog, just go ahead and I'll link it down below. And if you, well, this video is more on like in-depth details. So yeah. So January 6th, at 2 a.m. was it 2? 3 a.m. I started bleeding basically. So we went into labor and delivery. They said that it was a bloody show and there was nothing to worry about. It was normal. So that was that. They sent us home. And then after that, the next day, January 7th, I was still bleeding throughout the entire time. January 7th, still pooping. Okay, January 7th at around 1:30 a.m. I started getting contractions, and then I started timing them, and my phone basically said that it's time to go to the hospital. I'll just post the screenshot right now. So it told me to go to the hospital 3 times because the first and second time I was like, they're probably gonna send us home. I wasn't sure that these were contractions, but then they started getting pretty consistent and painful. So I woke Julius up at around what, 2:30. Well, I actually called labor and delivery.
I woke up.
And then yeah, I called it around 2:30 in the morning, and then they said to just come in. So we did. We got there at around what, like 4? Around 4, because we took our sweet ass time here inside the house. And then we got there. They hooked us up to the monitor. I was, well, January 6th when we first went in, I was 2 centimeters dilated.
No, you're 0.
No, 2 the day before.
You're 0.
January 6th. 2,
0.
and then January 7th, I was 3 centimeters. 3. I was 2 the day before, then 3 when we came in.
Oh, I guess.
And then I was 3 centimeters dilated and 90% effaced. So they told us to walk around or go home if I wanted to at this time. I'm like, I don't want to go home and then come back later on. So they told us to walk for 2 hours in the hospital, which we did.
Did squats.
We did squats, so hopefully I'll look for the clip and then put it in here.
2, 3. 3, 2, 1. Relax. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Core tight. Keep core tight.
Core.
The core.
So 2 hours, well, even 2 hours, like an hour and a half later. I'm smiling. An hour and a half later, we went back. We came back, and contractions were starting to pick up, like really bad. They hooked us up again, and I was 4 centimeters at this time because they would only admit patients at 4, right?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. And then one of the midwives, she asked me if I felt like this was active labor to me, and I'm like, yes, it's active labor so far. And so we got admitted. Then from there, everything just progressed basically. So I got the IV. They asked me about the birth plan. Told them I wanted the gas if ever, and then if I can't handle it, I would probably go for the epidural. And so that happened. They moved us to a different room, to the labor and delivery room, because we were at the triage at first. And then what else? So they wheeled us in. Couldn't eat at this point. Only clear clear liquids.
Yeah.
Or yeah, clear liquids only. So, but I was hungry, but didn't want to eat at the same time. And yeah, so
Change, okay?
yeah, so basically we just waited and waited. I know it around like what 9 or 10 when the contractions, like it was getting really bad at this point.
Yeah, and then you got the gas.
I got the gas. Yeah, I got the gas and it didn't work. And yeah, it did make me really nauseous. So, and I was really tired at this point because I was having contractions, labor pains since 1 a.m. And I just really wanted to sleep at this point. I mean, I could have done it without the epidural, but I was just so tired. I just wanted to take a nap and sleep so I have the energy to push later on that night. So I got the epidural, and that was crazy because so that we waited, the anesthesiologist came in, they put me under they got me the epidural, and then right when I felt the medicine go in, because it was really cold, I started shaking like uncontrollably. Apparently is it a normal side effect?
Like a crackhead. Yeah, but it usually happens when you're like
far along,
yeah.
So I don't know how dilated I was at that point. So I was just shaking like really, really, really bad. And I don't know, it was just a weird thing. And then I think I stopped shaking what, 15, 30 minutes later? Something like that. So yeah, she checked me. I was 5 centimeters at around 1 in the afternoon. I got to take a nap with the epidural, and then we just waited and waited and waited. Woke up at around, I don't know, like 4 because I was hungry, so he ordered soup.
That's the only thing you can have.
Yeah. Hours later, it's like what, 7 o'clock? They checked me again. I was still 5. I did not progress, and then she started bringing up Pitocin, so which I already expected, and then they put Pitocin on me to speed up labor, which it did because at around like what, 8:30 my water broke.
Something like that. I don't know the time.
Yeah,
the blinds were closed, so I didn't really know what day it was.
So
what time it was.
My water broke, and we called the nurses, and then they came in, and then from there, what happened? So they checked me if my water broke, and it did, and then a lot of people just started coming in the room, and I had no idea what was happening. All I know is that I called a nurse.
It's because whenever the water breaks, like, the baby's environment changes, so that's why everything in like the womb they need to check to make sure he's still okay and all that. That's why there was a lot of people there.
Yeah, but the thing is, he pooped
and that too.
They found poop in the amniotic fluid. My contractions started to like get really, really, really intense. Even with the epidural, I could feel everything, although my lower half, not really. So they had to move me, change positions every hour, right? So
yeah,
my left,
just
right.
So the baby is gonna stabilize.
Yeah. And then at one point, I guess they saw on the monitor outside that the his heart rate started to drop really bad, and everyone started rushing in. I don't even know how many people were inside the room. Everything was just a blur to me because I was just crying and in so much pain, and they had me flip on all 4s. So yeah, I don't even know how that happened. I was basically planking. I was on all 4s. I don't know what they put in me besides the catheter.
Just to monitor him inside.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, I was there for like what, 30 minutes, and then with the oxygen, and then they flipped me over, and then I asked for the epidural again, and it still did not work. Well, maybe it did work for like 15 minutes, and then at around like what, 10, 11, I just started crying hysterically because the pain was just really unbearable at this point. I don't know, at around like what, 11 or 12? She came in and she checked me again, and she was like, what did she say? She was like, you're ready. I think you're ready to push, right? Yeah. And then she asked me if I wanted to push.
If you're ready.
And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm ready to push. Because I was in so much pain at this point. Started pushing. I pushed an hour and a half, and then he came out, and I just started crying because that was like It's very traumatizing, to be honest. Like,
it was.
I don't know. I don't know if I could go through it. I probably can do it all over again, but it was just crazy. But yeah, he came out crying.
He came out with his umbilical cord around his neck.
I did not know that. He just told me. So, cause
That's why he wasn't crying.
I remember they told me that the pediatricians are on standby at this point because he started pooping in my stomach, and if he doesn't cry, then he's gonna go to the NICU and check everything. But then he started crying. When he started crying, I started crying, and then he put me on my stomach. And then I know that you didn't want to cut the umbilical cord, but if you did, apparently.
Yeah, I
and they got photos. I'll insert it right here. Yeah, I remember. Oh, also, she asked me while I was pushing, when he was almost out, if I wanted a mirror, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to see what's going on down there. That's basically it for his birth story and our experience, basically. So I hope you guys like this story time, probably. And yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this video. We're still sort of out of it. Still trying to figure out this parenting thing, but I feel like we got it down anyways.
Sure.
Somehow. So yeah. Hope you guys like this. If you have more questions, leave them down below and I'll try to answer you guys. And any more video suggestions, let me know.
Leave in a comment down below.
Yeah.
Follow us on the Ginstagrams.
Yeah. For more baby videos and pictures of him.
Check out all the clips.
Yep. So my Instagram is @KellyKai right here, and then his is @CoffeeDrop. Little boy doesn't have an Instagram, not yet, or maybe never. I don't know. So
Once he gets sponsored. Wink.
All right. So thanks.
Wink.
Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
The sponsor.
Hi, boy.
I got his neck.
Oh, just Jack Jack. Oh, no cry. Hi, boy. Oh. Hi, bud. You're so angry.
I don't know. Don't tell me you're pooping again.
Hi, boy.
I'm telling you you're pooping again.